Hello friends, and welcome to another Pauper League. Today we're going to be playing Boros Bully, a deck that has seen a lot of ups and downs, rise and fall in this format. And right now it's definitely at a high note. White decks are one of the available options to be attacking affinity since we have the card Dust to Dust. Some cards have actually been running Dust to Dust in the main because we expect to see that many copies of affinity, or we also get to use the card against the Rakdos Metalcraft deck. But this deck here is looking to get onto the board fairly quickly and then finish the opponent off with some Rally the Peasants or Lightning Bolts. And we can grind out a bit of advantage with the Monarch, but mostly we're going to be looking to get onto the board fairly quick, trade efficiently, and finish off the game. We also do have quite a few flashback spells, so we're going to be running a full 4 of Faithless Looting in order to find those spells and be able to discard extra lands or whatnot. This hand isn't too impressive to me. Like, it's super slow. What does it even do? It just has removal? If it had Wildfire, I'd be interested in it. We only have one land this time. We can keep this one at least. So let's see here. We keep both the lands. We keep the Seeker, get rid of the Palace Sentinels, and probably the Rally the Peasants. Like, Rally is really good with Hawk, though. Can we afford to keep the Rally, get rid of the Journey? This hand is so awkward. Jeez. Alright, we're going to try and win this with Squadron Hawk. So I'm going to get rid of Seeker and Palace Sentinels, so we have a removal spell, and just try and win with Hawk Rally. Yeah, and they kept on, like, they kept up that trend of after you got to Season 3 was good, the next 2 seasons were good as well. Should have got rid of the Journey. Womp womp. Now it looks like Dust to Dust is going to be good in this matchup. Oh wow, they just had nothing for their turn? Alright, so we're going to be playing a land, so we're going to go down to 5, so we get 2 Hawks. Okay, so they do have a land. They decide to play the Ash Barrens so they can evoke the Muldrifter. Yeah, now we just need a blade for them and we're good to go. And that's this. Oh, Screech? So we could just Screech this turn. Screech is way better. Instead of putting 2 birds on the board, we put 4 birds on the board. And that's 15 damage with Rally. Okay, they're going to Cleansing Wildfire my Boros Garrison. Yeah, that's fair. We'll go get a Plains and smack them for 15. We could just play Palace Sentinels. smack them for 5, then they don't know about Rally, and we get to have the Monarch. They'll try and struggle to take the Monarch from us, and the next turn we'll just kill them. Hey, yeah, see, there you go. Donut agrees. Oh, the Cannonade, yeah, okay, so that was the reason why we should have been doing Rally last turn. Womp, womp. Yeah, still in a pretty good position here. So let's see here. Rally is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put them to 3 lightning bolt kills. Nice. Okay, so we're playing against Jeskai Ephemerate. I think it's Jeskai Wildfire. So we'll just bring in all the dust to dust. Oh, excuse me. Not a huge fan of Prismatic Strands in this matchup. We'll keep 1 for their Cannonades. Not a big fan of Journey to Nowhere in this matchup. They can just ephemerate the target. Alright, let's go. Ah, Morgancorn. Salutations indeed. How are you doing this fine day? This is so close to keep. Dust to dust? You're not the monarch anymore, so you can drop the Your Highness and such. Wah. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Donut. That's why I brought it up. I'm pretty sure it starts tomorrow. But you can't hear me, so... The Expanse. Oh! You say it's on the 10th. Oh, okay, I thought it was on the 8th. But, yeah, my memory's not super good, so... I could have seen the 10th and then thought it was the 8th, I don't know. Because I think... Why was I remembering the 8th? Doesn't matter. The memory scape is a really weird thing, so... Every once in a while I get things backwards. Hey! Only have 1 target. Aww. If we play our bridge, they could dust to dust us. I think we just play Plains Pass, so they can't dust to dust us. Did they see... Yeah, I think we played Wildfire last game, right? A Star Trek Marathon? Alright, cool, cool. Yeah, I think like the first 2 seasons are a little bit tough to get through for the Expanse, but seasons 3, 4, and 5 are incredible. Well, you could just read the books. But, you know, who has time for that, right? I should have bolted this. We bolted this, then we would have been safe to play this. That was a misplay. Reading? Nah. Who wants to do something like that? Nice. Okay, I actually want to hold up Pyroblast in case they have counterspell for this. Oh, and they replicated it? Okay, so we're not going to have Pyroblast up. Lose Focus is a wonderful magic card. Really, really like Lose Focus. Don't even read my cards. All bears all day. They do have a second land now. So let's go for the Dust to Dust. Don't think I've ever seen that one before. Play Hawk. Refill our hand. That first Squadron Hawk is so good. 2 mana, draw 3. Let's go. Opponent has no white mana. Get a Battle Screech. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so we can play Hawk and Screech. And hold up Pyroblast. Seems good. Actually, hold up. Gonna want to play the Hawk first. Suppose if they have Cannonade, this is pretty awful. No Cannonade, please? Womp womp. Here's a Muldrifter. We'll just Pyroblast that. Hey, I remembered to cast my counterspell. Alright. Oh my god, really? Alright, I guess we'll just do it again. No Cannonade? They're gonna wait. If they have Cannonade, they'll cast it when I rally. Burp, burp, burp. Burp is the word. Burp, 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 burp. Nice! Obvious mulligan. Don't need to think much about this one. This one we can keep. What do we have to get rid of? I think we get rid of Sentinels here. It's kind of close. We could get rid of Faithless Looting. And Judgment was an uncommon? I was pretty sure that was its only printing. Maybe it was printed online at some point as a common. Ah, thank you, thank you. Okay, so that's why I was able to play it, because I know I had my my foil copies of Battle Screech from Judgment. It's just I forgot how I was able to play them because they were released after or as a common somewhere else. All right, so oh man, I want to get rid of the Faithless. I don't want card at disadvantage here. Foil Judgment cards. Yep. When the foiling was only on the border. Cleansing Wildfire, though? We gotta play the bridge now. I was gonna play Thraben Inspector turn 1, but with Wildfire, we want to go for that turn 2. When they aren't able to spell stutter it. And they won't be able to counterspell either, so they're gonna have to have a card that we generally don't see in that deck in order to counter Cleansing Wildfire. Okay, that would be one of. I guess that card is actually being played more of now. Got hit by the Spell Pierce. And they're going for a Gurmag Angler right quick here. No Gurmag Angler, lucky us. We're just going to be able to play Seeker and Thraben Inspector. But I guess they're going to be able to Angler pretty soon. 5, 6, 7 next turn. So we're going to need to find Journey to Nowhere. Okay, so here comes a 5/5. Oh wow, they're not playing the 5/5 immediately. I guess we'll play Palace Sentinels then. Oh, they could have Spell Stutter Sprite here. This is a misstep. They can just put down Palace or Spell Stutter Sprite and then take the Monarch from us. Yeah, a bit of a misplay there. And we're going to have a hard time getting it back because they're going to play Gurmag Angler here. So we're going to have to tack into their Gurmag Angler. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Just the way they were playing, I figured for sure they had an Angler in hand. Maybe they don't. Let's attack all. So they need 2 removal spells here. One of them has to be Snuff Out. Casting the Lightning Bolt is bad if they have Spell Stutter Sprite. Let's just go in for this damage, as is. I should always yield to these so they don't take any more of my time. And I'll play 2 Squadron Hawks. If they have Spell Stutter Sprite, we'll kill a Spell Stutter Sprite so we get to keep our Hawks. Yeah, we're going to hold on to the bolt for now. I'm going to cast down one of my Hawks. So we can bolt something here. Could bolt the Delver. Try and hold on to the Monarch. Woohoo! Opponent scoops them up. If they can't have the Monarch, then I don't even want to play. Alright, so we're going to bring in Pyroblast, we're going to bring in Cannonade. Prismatic Strands are pretty good. Rally the Peasants, not as good. I'm not a big fan of Faithless Looting this matchup. Might actually want Ramosian Rally, because they could have suffocating fumes. Oh, you're playing Unpowered Vintage Cube? Oh, that's sweet. It's absolutely like mind-boggling the amount of cards available in Magic the Gathering nowadays. Could be anything in that cube. This hand is quite mediocre. We have Thraben Inspector, Crack Clue. It's not good. No, their hand is quite slow as well. Let's see what we draw. Tap land, nice. Play Thraben Inspector, attack for 1 go. Oh, plus mono brown. That's cool. Okay, so pass back to us. Get Prismatic Strands, so it looks like we're just going to be cracking a clue here. Probably should have cracked a clue before we played land, in case we got a tap land. Prismatic Strands isn't really going to be that good here, so yeah, we definitely should have cracked the clue first in case we got tap land. At this point, doesn't really matter. I'm not really going to want to play a 1-drop into their Spellstutter Sprite, so we'll just pass. They're going to cast down a Thraben Inspector? Sure. Alright, Thorn of the Black Rose. Well, we got the Bolt for that. So we're going to be able to take the Monarch back immediately. But if they have Snuff out, then they get to keep it. Yeah, they have the snuff out. Okay, so we need untapped land here. Come on. Plains or mountain. Plains or mountain. Let's go. We could even take the Ash Barrens. Either one. Anything. Come on. Untap land. Ah, brutal. Oh, well, we got two good removal spells out of their hand. And here's Gurmag Angler. It's going to be tough to come back from this. Play Sentinels. We got Pyroblast. Nice, got the Monarch. But yeah, they could easily just have another removal spell take it back. Maybe I was supposed to go with Battle Screech here. I don't mind this if we actually get to block. Get to hold on to the Monarch for another turn. It's pretty good. Oh no! Spoke too soon! We don't get to hold on to the Monarch. Pyroblast does nothing. Meanwhile, they're just getting cards and cards and cards and cards. So we could play 2 Squadron Hawks. Or we could play half a Battle Screech. Let's play these Squadron Hawks. While they don't have access to Spellstutter Sprite or whatever. And fortunately, we also, just because of our hand size, we don't reveal that we had another Squadron Hawk in hand. They're going to be able to hit us pretty hard here, but we're going to be able to take the Monarch back, hopefully, next turn. Come in for 6, no blocks. Oh, they're going to Ninja the Thorn. Oh, we got a Pyroblast for that. Oh, they're going to have Spellstutter Sprite. We can't blast it. We got to let them draw the card. They have too much mana. They have Delver as well, so they're playing Spellstutter Sprite and Delver. Wow. That's a good clock. They have Hydroblast too. Alright, so they're tapped out. We could potentially Prismatic Strands to prevent the Gurmag Angler damage. If they have Snuff out here, I think we just die. Get a Bolt. So we could Bolt the Ninja, then make a bunch of birds. Could Bolt the Ninja, hold up Prismatic Strands. It's bad if they have Counterspell. Could just make 5 birds. Block, block. Yeah, but then we don't get the Monarch. I think we go attack and Battle Screech. Oh, they have the Snuff out. Let's play the Hawks. Yeah, they had it all, but it really helps when you're the Monarch, because you're actually able to get all the cards. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Game 3, let's go. Kind of slow, but we got Cleansing Wildfire and Bridges. Let's keep it. Hey, this is nearly a very nice viewer count. Thanks everybody for joining me today for a bit of Tuesday Pauper. So we're at 7 here. If I play Boros Garrison, then we're still at 7 cards. I can play the Rustvale Bridge next turn, Cleansing Wildfire. Cleansing Wildfire. There's Swamp! Nice. Alright, so we're all playing slow here. Bunch of slow plays. Let's go... Start with Squadron Hawk. Hey, the Blitzer, you're back! We ended up 3-2. After our really strong start, we ended up losing our last 2 matches. Maybe we should have just gone for Palace Sentinels there. Did we have that in hand as an option? So one of the losses was Bogles. And then what was the other one? Hey, XY Hated, thanks for the follow, friend. Just thinking about this card, Hatred, which is something that I was using in my commander deck. Great way to just win a game. Alright, we're going to play this Palace Sentinels a little bit slow-like, so we don't get crushed like we did last time. We're leaving some of these things in hand because we know they've got like suffocating fumes or whatever, so we don't want to just play right into that. Okay. Starting to put something together here. I don't really want to play Sentinels or Screech here. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. They were going to have some way to punish me if I played out. I guess the Screech would have been fine. They would have just Echoing Decayed the bird tokens. There's Thorns. We're going to be able to take the Monarch back with Sentinels. Unless they have Counterspell. Yeah, I was just thinking about the sequencing here. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's enough for Screech and Sentinels. Metamon, hello? Wanted to see if I had enough mana for Screech, Squadron Hawk, and Sentinels, but I can only get 2 spells out. Fortunately, we bait out the counterspell with Battle Screech, so now we get to play Sentinels. Is Mogwarts not played anymore because of Affinity? I haven't seen too much Mogwarts in a while. It's been a while. Affinity is a bit of a problem because of Kark Clan Shaman, but the deck also just took a huge, just fell off really, really big when Chatterstorm came out, because Chatterstorm was just the better combo deck, and I'm wondering if people have forgotten about Mogwarts, in a sense. But yeah, like Mogwarts is a very interesting deck, a very fun deck, but there's a lot of ways to interact with it. So, I don't know, like if you're a combo player, you might just be better off with cycling. Still, really, really cool deck. I'm a big fan of it. Have to block here. Looks like they're putting down a Gurmag Angler. All right. Well, we got Prismatic Strands to prevent them from taking the Monarch. How much mana do we have? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can play Screech, Hawk, and Strands. Counterspell that. We could Battle Screech again, and then we just get to make blockers for these. This is bad if they have suffocating fumes uh, or that. Pyroblast is an interesting draw. We might still be able to get through this. They attack all, we just don't block anything. Maybe we should have blocked this, so they wouldn't be able to ninja the sprite. Hey, well thanks a lot for coming by, Morgan Corn. Catch you next time. 5-color Domain Zoo deck? No kidding. Alright, in Pauper? I know, like, we have Tribal Flames. Okay, in Modern, that makes way more sense. Alright, let's start with the Cleansing Wildfire, see if we can hit anything. Get Palace Sentinels? That's not bad. Yeah, Sentinel's alright. Oh wow, we're actually going to get in for damage here? Did not expect that. I'm going to cast a Spell Stutter Sprite. Sure. We can let them attack in and then prevent... Ooh, we got a Lightning Bolt here? Could Lightning Bolt the Ninja? There is also, like, potentially we could... Okay, they got Hydroblast for the Bolt. We're going to let that resolve. I want to protect the Prismatic Strands. Printed yourself some proxies so you can playtest with your friends. Excellent. I think that's a really good idea, being able to test your decks out first before you go out and buy them, you know? Because decks in Magic generally are very, very expensive. I'm going to cast this pre-blocks. I want to know what damage is prevented. Okay, black damage is prevented. And opponent concedes with that. Interesting. I mean, that is pretty good. We get to kill both their blue creatures. We take no damage. Keep the Monarch. We have all of our creatures for next turn. And we had Pyroblast up. So like that felt like a pretty strong position for us. This is fine. We'll keep it. Alright, so our opponent mulligans once and plays basic forest land grant. Oh wow, we're in for it this time. Lead the Stampede, Jeskai Sentinel, Birchlore Rangers, Quirion Rangers. Okay, so we're playing against Elves. Not going to be a good match, game one. We're going to have a real hard time with this match. I have two friends that used to play Jund, so you can probably borrow Tarmogoyfs for them. Sweet. Pretty nice when you have a community that's like that, that's able to lend you cards and such. That's pretty special. Cleansing Wildfire ramps us. I feel like we're just so far behind. Like, play Seeker of the Way, they just don't attack into it. Play Cleansing Wildfire, they attack us for a bunch. I think we have to Wildfire here. Draw a card. Ramp up. Try and find some Prismatic Strands. So that on the Crux turn, we're able to prevent the damage and crack back. There's Lead the Stampede. Birchlore Rangers, Quirion Rangers, Jeskai Sentinel. So they just get to draw a whole new hand of cards. Draw 4. Damn! 3 mana, draw 4. That's a good card. Llanowar Elves. Oh, Donut, you were playing Jund Sagavan at the championships. Went decent, good to hear. There's the Well-Wisher, gonna have to kill that. I mean, kind of good. But yeah, the Lissalana is actually kind of backbreaking if we let that survive. So next turn, we're going to Faithless Looting, look for that bolt, but yeah, I think it's going to be too late regardless. Probably should have just Faithless Looting this turn, look for it, so we could bolt the Huntmaster with the first elf on the stack afterwards. But they're only going to get 1 elf out of it anyway. Yeah, not that bad of a mistake. They were only going to get 1 elf regardless. So we could have potentially like stopped them from gaining 1 extra life. Wildfire. Bolt? No bolt. Think we're dead. Think we're dead. Well, maybe not. I mean, they have a bunch of elves, but that's all they have right now. They're empty-handed. So they need to draw good stuff off the top. If we attack with Seeker, seems like it's good. They could block with like Jaspera, and X. They could block with... No, they don't want to block with that. I think we can attack with this. If we get 2 or 3 out of their elves out of this, this is fine. Otherwise, we're just gaining life. Yeah, I don't think they block at all. They just take this damage. Look, they're at 29. They have Well-Wisher. There's no way they block this. They just take it. They just gain so much life with Well-Wisher. There's no point in blocking. Yeah. Gonna have to try and keep my clock faster than theirs. So we're just gonna hit F6 here, then we'll F6 during the opponent's turn. How do they have a bunch of cards in hand again? Oh, the forests. All the forests that they put back in hand. Sure, I take this damage, no problem. Anamorph. Cool, so that's Birchlore Rangers. Prismatic Strands, okay, that's a card. So we can play Palace Sentinels with Strands up. And then when they try to attack, we get good blocks. They are just gaining a million life, but as long as we have more time on our clock than the opponent does, that's not a huge issue. Journey to Nowhere is a nice draw. Can get rid of this finally. Ah, they got so much life. No attacks. Okay. Crack our clue. Journey. Get rid of this. They're just going to gain a whole bunch of life while that's on the stack? Sure. You're at 85, you got it. Boros Garrison, return Ash Barrens, and then Faithless Looting. Another Journey. Okay. Get rid of this and this. Alright, so we have 4 mana left. We got to keep Prismatic Strands up. Could attack with a Seeker. And they just take it. I mean, they're at 85. They still have the Well-Wisher. There's no reason for them to block. No way they would want to trade a bunch of their good creatures for mine. Just doesn't make sense. Okay, nice. Get something we can cycle. So we get to use all of our mana if they attack. Lead the Stampede, that's pretty good. How many cards did they draw this time? They drew 4 cards with the last Lead the Stampede. They draw another 4 with this one. Fortunately, they don't get any good cards. They do have another Morph, though. So we'll probably use this Journey, get rid of the Well-Wisher. Although we might actually just want to wait it out. We're going to die eventually just to, because we're the Monarch, we're going to die to decking. If they don't kill us. I mean, I guess they do just draw a bunch of cards. They could, like, what's the name of that blue card? Draw a card for each creature type or something, you know, like name Elf, draw 20 cards. Alright, so they played Quirion Ranger. Let's get that out of here. No attacks. Distant Melody, that's the one, thank you. Cycle this. Secret of the Way, okay. And a bridge. Oops. Stack those wrong. Yeah, sure thing, Metamon. Go for it. They're at 103. And they can do this one more time if they want. Return the last forest to hand. They still have this Ranger, which I think they haven't used yet. $125. So we have 4 mana left. So we could Faithless Looting. Got enough blockers to block the Morphs. And we got Prismatic Strands up, so we keep the Monarch. I think they've played the Llanowar Elves as well. Alpha Strike, come on, do it. That's a pretty good attack. We could let them take the Monarch. I mean, like, I block that, no Prismatic Strands. There you go. The question is, do I bother casting Prismatic Strands if we're not going to be, like, getting them with it? We're only taking, like, a few damage here. They take the Monarch, so what? Oh yeah, we'll eat an elf. We'll definitely eat some of their creatures. I'm just wondering, like, I don't think this is the turn for Prismatic Strands. Yeah, yeah. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill 3 of their elves, lose the birds, let the morphs through. They take the monarch. We just take it back on the next turn with a attack in the skies. Oh, they have reach. Ooh, they have reach. So we can't just take it back. I think we have to keep it then. All right. So I'll go block, double block here, and then prevent green damage. Still got a little bit more time on my clock than the opponent does. Not by much, though. Just going to hit F6 here. There's a bolt. Don't really care about anything they have on the board here. Another Prismatic Strands, nice. There's a Rally. There's a Battle Screech. Get in with the Seekers. Get some damage in, gain some life, pass back. Another bolt, nice. So we can actually bolt these Sentinels, and that's just going to be more damage with our birds, because every bird is worth 5. Oh, they just cast it, right, so I'm not going to be able to see their hand. Bolt this. Oh, we should actually do that during our turn to get the prowess triggers, I guess. And we will have to leave a creature back in order to, I guess if we have the mana, let's check how much mana we have here. Cancel that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll have enough to just cast Prismatic Strands so we can attack with everything here. Okay. Okay. Oops, not that one. Not that one. This one. Big damage. From 104 to 46. I have made that kind of mistake before. It does happen sometimes. Fortunately, not today. Another Priest of Titania, sure. Finehorn Elves, sure. Finehorn Elves, sure. Guess we could have played Thraben Inspector, or then we would have had the Thraben Inspector to tap for Prismatic Strands. We could just take this. Why bother? We have Prismatic Strands, let's use it. Alright, I'm actually on the low side of the clock now. That's unfortunate. Journey? Nothing really good to Journey. Yeah, that would have been good too. I'm trying to like play fairly quickly because I'm actually losing time on clock now. But yeah, definitely should have went for that. Another bolt, nice. Oh man, how much damage is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then these are, oh man, I guess we just go for one bolt, whatever. I don't have a lot of time to be figuring out exactly what this is going to work out to. Oh crap. I didn't actually leave any creatures back to flashback Prismatic Strands here, so I guess we're not going to be able to stop the Strands from doing anything because I'm playing too quickly. Because now we're almost 2 minutes behind the opponent, but we're in a really good position. They do have a ton of mana, so if they manage to find a good card as their last card in hand, we're kind of screwed. No attacks, love it. No point in the bolt right now. 1, 2, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Currently lethal with bolt. They just got to get rid of a ton of their stuff. Looting could hit a creature, yep. But like I was saying a minute ago, I'm feeling like really under the pressure of the clock here, so I am playing far from perfect to try and win this game quickly. Alright, so I think they go to 4 here. No, just 3. Wonderful. Bulchu. We'll stop that then. Yeah. Stop playing anything but absolutely perfect. So we'll bring in the Cannonades. Oh man, that is so wild that we won that game. Opponent was at 100 and what life? 125? It just goes to show that your life total with Elves is actually not that big a deal. It buys you time, but it doesn't win you the game. Oh, I mean, that Rally the Peasants was just incredible. Hydroblast, Harsh Sustenance, Longbow, Scattershot Archer, those are some good cards versus us. And this is not a good hand. Oh, the opponent's mulliganing as well. We can keep this one. Probably keep this, get rid of Garrison. Could keep this, get rid of Plains. Alright, so we get to see their hand. They have Distant Melody and a pair of Priest of Titania. It's going to get them lots of mana really, really quickly. Ooh, excuse me. Now, they don't currently have any blue mana. Don't care about the tiny amount of damage I'm going to be taking from these creatures. Want to Cleansing Wildfire to try and draw my way towards Cannonade. Oh, Lightning Bolt on Priest is kind of attractive, though, huh? It just doesn't really matter. They don't have a lot. Go get Plains. Like, Priest of Titanias are really good, but I'm more frightened of the actual good cards. See, like, they have nothing. But yeah, getting rid of both of these is actually pretty good here, because I don't want them to get the blue mana, draw a bunch of cards, and have access to all this mana. Well Wisher doesn't matter, as we saw last game. Now, like, going after the mana creatures, it's not necessarily good because it doesn't hit their good stuff. We want to be able to get the what's the name, like Wirewood Symbiote or whatever. The one that grows their creatures, the one that makes elves. Those are the problematic creatures that we have to get rid of. Ugh. Just drawing lands here. That's unfortunate. Well, we do have Faithless Looting in the deck, so hopefully we can find one of those, get rid of some of these extra lands. They can't really attack into this. See, now that's a problem right there. That's the one, Timberwatch Elf. That's a problem card. And now Lightning Bolt isn't enough to get rid of this. We need another Journey to Nowhere. Well-Wisher, sure. Might be able to catch them with a Cannonade if we get lucky. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess +5/+5, so double block kills this. Faithless. Okay, that's a card. That's a card. Let's go Faithless. Nice! Good get. Get rid of some lands here. Lightning Bolt this Timberwatch Elf. Play Squadron Hawk. Go get Squadron Hawks. And attack in for 8. We got Prismatic Strands up. They have basically nothing. They have draws. They're able to gain 3 life every turn. They got a bunch of mana. So good cards off the top are still really good for them. But yeah, that Lightning Bolt was... and then refilling our hand with Hawks so that we have more cards to discard with looting. Looks pretty good. Llanowar Elf was their draw, so they have nothing besides a Distant Melody. You want to come in for some damage? I'm going to block you. Faithless. Alright, let's go for this one. Let's see what we get. Anything good? Prismatic Strands and Thraben Inspector, nothing all that hot. Just ditch those. Sure, you gain some life. You gain 4, take 8. We'll play Thraben Inspector, play Squadron Hawk. We have Prismatic Strands up. And then next turn we can Faithless Looting, look for Rally. Alright, last turn for them to draw something good. Oh, that's a really good one. That's one of the best draws in their deck right there. Now they can Distant Melody. They do have to tap down to do it, though. So they got to tap down their creatures in order to cast Distant Melody, and then they're not going to have a ton of mana left. So we could still get this here. Really dependent on what they manage to find here with Distant Melody. Yep, draw 5, and you have 5 green mana. That's a pretty good one. 4 mana, draw 5. And they have the Well-Wisher to gain life after this. We could potentially find Cannonade. Oh, that is so good for them. What a good draw for them. Alright, they're not going to attack. I can F6. Good card. Rally the Peasants? Shame. I'm going to loot again. Yeah, they gain a life, or rather several life. Rally? Damn! Alright, let's see if we can draw Lightning Bolt. Get Battle Screech. And hold a Thraben Inspector back. Opponent's in a pretty good position here for the comeback, I think. Elvish Vanguard is super good. You're going to yield until beginning of combat, so we don't lose any more time off our clock, and that still gives me time to Prismatic Strands if they decide to go in for any kind of combat trickiness. Although I just got like a ton of life here, and Monarch isn't in play, so I don't even have to prevent damage. It's going to be important for next turn, though. And the Well-Wishers, they're putting this out of reach if I don't find something specific right now. I'm going to need to find either Cannonade, another Distant Melody. Wow. Nice, they draw 13. This is going to be like one of those games where game 1, it looks like they were supposed to win and I won it. Game 2, it looks like I was supposed to win and they won it. Pretty cool back and forth. Now, they are going to use a ton of time on their clock here. Yeah, we've got Cannonade in the deck. We've got Faithless Looting to draw it. Although, like, this Vanguard, the Vanguards are already way out of range. And they got Well-Wishers to just gain a significant amount of life, which buys them the time they need to just crush me with what they've got. Oh, and they also have Spider Silk Armor. I think we're just toast. So we'll let them run out their clock so at least it's a little bit more even. Yeah, we got Strands. That buys us a little bit of time, but their board is too good. Not to mention the life gain, so like that the combination is what's killing us. All right, looting first. What do we find? Any cannonades? No cannonades. We do get a journey, a little bit late on the journey. They have too many vanguards, and they also have Timberwatch. I think we should just concede this one and move on to the next one for time value. Although, actually, I should have just passed the turn and continued draining time off of their clock with the Prismatic Strands. Gain like 2 or 3 turns out of time out of them. But no, it's like the reason why I conceded there, I wanted to save my clock, and because of the large creatures they had, Cannonade wasn't going to be enough. So I Cannonade, I kill them, they still have a bunch of huge creatures and a bunch of life. Although I could have definitely stayed in there for a couple more turns and knocked time off their clock. We could have maybe gotten like a minute worth of advantage, and that would have been nice. Keepable. Got lightning bolts for their good elves. Seeker the way to start getting in some damage. They kept a 7 though, that's scary. Another bolt. And they tap both those, play Priest of Titania. I kill this on my turn with a lightning bolt. Maybe I was supposed to journey that and keep the bolts. I was supposed to journey that and keep the bolts. I'm under too much time pressure to play properly. Which means I'm playing poorly, which is not the way to win. Looks like they do still have the mana. I was hoping that this was going to take the mana away from them, but they still have enough to be able to Distant Melody here. Draw 4. Alright, come on, Basic Plains. Damn it. Cannonade one time. Come on, Cannonade. Let's go, Cannonade. Cannonade's still good. Yeah, yeah, just need one good draw here. Come on. Cannonade one time. Let's go. Because they're going to win this race in plenty of time here. Maybe if I had drawn out that last game, we might have been able to get it. Ah, oh, come on, deck. That's like the worst draw. There's not even anything good to hit with our journey. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yeah, we don't need to block or Prismatic Strands this time, but we do next time, and the time after that, and forever after that. I guess we just have the journey for this thing, so we can just get rid of that with journey. And then we don't have Prismatic Strands. Brutal. Hit that. Not even interested in attacking here. Don't want to lose my creature. That's how I'm going to flash back Prismatic Strands later. Yield until here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, they're not attacking. Another journey. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We can Screech, but then we can't Strands, but we can Journey in Strands. Is there anything we want to hit? Not really. Pass back. I should just auto-yield to these Well-Wishers so they don't take time off my clock. I mean, they just attacked twice, right? Attacked 2 or 3 times. I mean, they have been skipping attacks, which has worked out pretty well for us. Yield until here. Yeah, that's true. We do get to block, gain a bit of life. And we've got another Journey to Nowhere. Ooh, Journey to the Mask, the Vandal gets rid of our Journey. So they're going to have 2 Timberwatch Elves. So this Journey doesn't look very good. They're at 125 left on clock. Don't think we have to block this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we don't have to block or do anything this combat. Then the next 2 combats, we have Prismatic Strands. Get Bridge. So we could Journey something. Guess it doesn't really matter. Journey doesn't do anything. Oh, yep, Harsh Sustenance. If they have that, we'll lose. There's nothing we can really do about that. Block. Doesn't matter, block this. Oh, they're going to keep on pumping? Take more time off their clock? Nice. They didn't have to do that. Prevent green damage. Get another journey. Oops. No attacks. We need this creature to cast Prismatic Strands. They attack all. Block here. Faithless Looting. See if we can find something. Thraben Inspector, draw a card. Fiery Cannonade, is that a thing? Fiery Cannonade, not good enough. I think we had to hold this back as a blocker to block the Vanguard. That was a punt. We might just be dead now. Yeah, no attacks was better. They didn't have enough time, though. Yeah, I should have kept the blocker back to kill the Vanguard 100, or sorry, to block the Vanguard 100%. But they actually attacked with Timberwatch Elf because they didn't have enough time anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 plus 8 plus 8. I think we might have actually still lived. Needed to looting? Oh yeah, that would have been better. Yep. This hand is not that great. I mean, we have Squadron Hawk, Rally the Peasants. Very mediocre. We do have Prismatic Strands, which is pretty good against Bogles. If they are playing Bogles. It was a pretty close one. I probably should have mulliganed it, but I'm going to keep it. And we are playing against Bogles. Hey, let's play Boros Garrison turn 1. Anyone in chat ever done that? Anyone in chat ever play a Karoo turn 1? I kind of figure, like, most of us have probably done it once. I've seen several people do it. When you see it, you try and hold back the laughter a little bit, you know? Battle Screech. So we get to put a card into the graveyard. I think I would rather put Screech into the graveyard and cast Strands twice. We could put Rally the Peasants into the graveyard. I think that's probably the way to go. Just about to ask if this was Pauper. Yes, indeed. Is Pauper a popular enough format to build a collection from on MTGO? How do you mean? Could you ask that in another way? Well, I mean, you play the format, you play leagues, you collect chests, which turn into tickets, which turn into cards. I won a set of whatever the most recent set is in a showcase recently. Oh, okay. So you're looking to maybe get into it. I mean, the entry free fee into Pauper is extremely low. Oh, this is so awkward. This is like the most awkward. I can't actually do anything. I think that you can just because like I think that you can do that with any format that that sees play on Moto, and Pauper is one of the more popular formats on Moto. You're able to get games basically any time of the day. And if you're looking at, for example, playing Bogles, you can grind out a league in about an hour. Same thing with Burn. Probably like 90 minutes you can grind out a league. So your entry fee to buy your deck is going to be very low, and you're going to get a lot of play out of that deck. Hawk gets 3 Hawks, play looting, Prismatic Strands. Yeah, I guess. Okay, well, you should be able to play almost any deck in Pauper with under 100. So find a deck you like, and you'll be able to build it for that price. So we're at 6. This puts us to discard at 8. But Faithless Looting is a minus a card. Yeah, I hope that answered that for you. Let's play the Boros Garrison. Return this. Faithless Looting. Get rid of Prismatic Strands and Hawk. Okay, we did take too many cards. My math was off. Math is hard as, just count 1, 2, 3. I think that we would have a much easier time teaching kids math if we used magic as a teaching tool, especially like Death Shadow math, for example. I just wanted to make sure, like, if they had any source of trample and we kept the strands in hand, we would be dead. Now we get to play Palace Sentinels. We could just play Battle Screech here. Kind of like Battle Screech. That plays into finding Finding our other card there, Rally the Peasants. So we can attack for 4 here. And we have a blocker. If they have Trample, we have Prismatic Strands available because of the bird tokens. Not the worst. Oh yeah, Cleansing the Forest does do quite a bit. You're right. Oh, another mask? And it's on a white creature? That's a problem. Prismatic Strand's not looking quite as good. So we really need to draw what's name off the top. We could just block here, go to 1. The thing is, we need our flying creatures to deal the damage. So I think I just Prismatic Strands green, take 11, go to 1. And hope that we draw the card we're looking for, Rally the Peasants. So we gotta stop green. Alright, go to 1. Rally the Peasants off the top. Let's go. So we have Cleansing Wildfire to draw a card. Okay, so yeah, Cleansing Wildfire. Actually, we have Faithless Looting. Cancel that. So we play land. Then we have 3 mana for looting and 3 mana for rally. Oh, we have Rally the Peasants right here in the graveyard. What am I even looking for it for? It's right there. 4 times 3 is 12 damage. Ugh, idiot. They're at 13? Oh shit, we only have 12 damage? Crap. Well, if they don't have trample, we still win. Hold these back. And we can play Seeker of the Way as another chump blocker. So as long as they don't have trample, we win. Oh, they have ram through? Well, fortunately they don't have trample, so whatever. They don't have to ram through here. I think this was a mistake. I think it would have been better to wait. Then they could have rammed through one of my blockers. Doesn't ram through give trample? No. Yeah, they made a mistake there. So now they need trample, and if they don't have it, I think I win. Yeah, the hawk was lethal. Well, I need 3 blockers, and this way I have a creature that blocks here. But yeah, I play the hawk, and then yeah, should have played the hawk though, because we had the Seeker of the Way to block here, and then if they don't attack, we just have lethal in the air. Because as is, I mean, like, yeah, in this way, we would still have to block everything. So I need a lightning bolt or another rally. Don't get it. Alright, so we need 3 blockers. We have Faithless, so we could Faithless try and find an answer, or we could just play creatures to block. 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4 mana left. Yeah, we have a lot of options here. 4 mana, play Sentinel. We have a bunch of chump blockers, get in for a couple. Yeah, I think it's probably Faithless, play 2 Hawks. So we tap Boros Garrison and Mountain, and then we still have 4 mana left, with enough white mana to cast all of our spells, and enough red mana if we get Lightning Bolt. Okay, we don't find Lightning Bolt, so we'll get rid of Palace Sentinels and Bridge, I guess. And we'll just play Hawk Seeker. So we can attack with 2 creatures. Got 3 back as blockers. Alright, so no trample, no ram through. Just get a creature or a land or first strike. Okay, we got it. Oh, that was so lucky. Crazy lucky. Fortunately, we cleaned up play by the end of that game a little bit. Alright, so bring in this, bring in this, bring in these, bring in this. Take out Journey to Nowhere, take out a pair of bolts. Hey, thank you. This hand doesn't look very good to me. This hand looks pretty good to me. It's slow, but it looks pretty good. I think we actually just get rid of Faithless Looting here. Although getting rid of a Boros Garrison might be the way. Almost put Rustvale Bridge back. That would have been embarrassing. Alright, they're starting slow. Get a Cannonade. Cannonade's pretty good if they have a slow start. Okay, Utopia Sprawl on the Forest, and Ledgewalker. Abundant Growth on the Forest, and Bogle. Or Scout. And a pass! Wow, that's good for us. Oh, yeah, I can't Wildfire the land currently. Don't have an untapped source. Next turn. Skull, hello! Welcome back, my friend. Just doing some Boros Bully over here. Mostly been missing the affinity matchups. Ethereal Armor, that's going to be pretty good. They got Rancor too. No Rancor, alright. So Cannonade is doing nothing currently. We could Cleansing Wildfire this. That gets rid of 2 auras, puts this down to a 2/2. So then maybe Cannonade will get rid of it. No attacks, probably no blocks as well. We do have Revoke Existence to get rid of Ethereal Armor, but then we can't Cannonade. Lifelink, whatever. Don't care about Lifelink. Care about Ethereal Armor. Get Rally. Oh man, this is awkward. Probably go Revoke the Ethereal Armor and then play Bridge, Cycle Step. Could also Faithless Looting. Got a lot of stuff we could Faithless Looting with. I don't mind that. But I'm definitely going to want to Revoke Existence this Ethereal Armor. That's got to go. Oh, they have Ram Through, kill the Thraben Inspector. Well, I guess the block plan is out of the window. And they're going to gain a bunch of life, but that's fine. I don't mind them gaining life. Yeah, I'm going to loot. Alright, get rid of the Rally the Peasants and the Drossforge Bridge. Play the Rustvale Bridge, pass back. Okay, this looks good for us. Play this. Play Seeker, pass. We're going to try and hold up the Cannonade to get a 3-for-1 if possible. A Ledgewalker? This looks like a 3-for-1 for me. Might even be able to get better. Yeah, we might as well hold it. We don't need to go off right now. We can just wait. Now we go for it. And opponent scoops. That's just a guess. But this is a 4-for-1, so... Alright, looks like it. Alright, GG's, Renar. We have Wildfire to go get the white mana. We're going to keep this. Don't play Paper anymore? Not really. It will happen sometimes, but I haven't done it in quite some time. I think I've played once since the Plague. I don't know if anyone can sympathize or like understand the system I'm kind of dealing with, but like because I work nights and I stream during the morning, it's really, really difficult for me to find any time to play. Because, you know, generally when people are playing, I'm sleeping. This is interesting. I guess we just journey again. Yeah, looting actually would have been pretty good. We have Rally the Peasants to get rid of. Well, that's kind of the thing about Modo, and why I'm super happy that the program is working at all. Because like the amount of work that they have to go through in order to keep this code running set to set to set blows my mind. Really need to find a seeker of the way, or we're gonna die to their burn. So they're playing Rakdos Burn, probably with Vampire's Kiss. That makes sense. Okay, that's why they've gone black. You get Vampire's Kiss and get the blood tokens, and the blood tokens let you redraw your lands. That's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely liking that. That's a really cool idea for your burn list. So we can play Palace Sentinels, and then we have 2 mana open, so we can Palace Sentinels and Cleansing Wildfire. We're almost dead. The opponent's also pretty much out of resources. If we can just find some Seeker of the way. I also got Bump in the Night coming back at 6. Oh, the Prismatic Strands, friends! That's where it's at. Let's get in for 2. Now, some of this stuff is loss of life, but we'll be able to prevent the Rift Bolt damage. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, and then enough for Faithless Looting as well. Play the Boros Garrison. Return the Plains. Faithless. Discard pair of Plains. And we've got 4 mana. I want a Prismatic Strands. I'd love to Battle Screech, but I don't think we can afford to. Seeker of the Way? Any Seekers? Oh man, 4 damage. We just got a Strands now. But now we don't have an untapped creature. So, Thraben Inspector. We're going to take 3 from the Rift Bolt guaranteed. Should have discarded Strands. Then we only get to cast it once. But, yeah, that would have let us put cards on the table. We need to get cards on the table in order to win. We do have a Rally the Peasants. So, yeah, the Battle Screech, putting a bunch of cards on the board means that we could have potentially won the game next turn, I think. All right, so they have 4. It costs hopefully 6. Yeah, okay, good. It costs 6 for that. Attack in with Palace Sentinels. Thraben Inspector. Battle Screech. Flashback Battle Screech. Alright, so this is looking pretty good as long as they don't have a way to lose life. If they get like a bump in the night, we're doing pretty poor. Bump in the night is what we got to avoid here. Yeah, bump in the night in the grave, but they need 2 more lands to cast it. Alright, I'm into cracking the clue. They only have 1 card in hand, and we have Strands in the graveyard here. I'm going to bolt them as well. This should be lethal. Another Strands. Okay! Wow! The power of Prismatic Strands! And Rally the Peasants! Ridiculous. Alright, what are we gonna do in this matchup? We bring in Dust to Dust. And Prismatic Strands. What do we take out? I think we probably just trim. Like, take out a Palace Sentinels, take out a Faithless Looting, take out a Wildfire and a Journey. And we still got 1 more card to take out. Oh, right, because I brought in the Prismatic Strands. Alright. Let's go for it. Got Prismatic Strands, got Wildfire, but nothing to hit with it. This hand doesn't really go anywhere, it just has Strands. It does have Bolt to get rid of one of their creatures. It's pretty mediocre. I'm going to keep it on the power of Strands. And opponent does mulligan. Alright, play your critter. Vampire's Kiss, alright. Unfortunate. So we're at 8. If we play Boros Garrison, we have to discard a card to hand size. Yeah, this was a mulligan, I guess. Another lose life. Prismatic Strands not looking too good against those. Not that we can cast it currently anyway. Another rally. Get out of here. You're embarrassing me. They're going to bolt us. I think we get more out of the Strands than that. Sovereign Bite. Now we get nothing out of it. There's a Squadron Hawk. We play the Squadron Hawk, we don't have Strands up. Brilliant. I guess we can put Strands in the yard. So we go get one more Squadron Hawk, and then we can discard the Prismatic Strands, so we can still cast it. And now we have Rally the Peasants to make these Hawks into a serious threat. Alright, definitely preventing that. Sure. Okay, we get a bridge. Finally something for our Wildfire. I think we just go Hawk, Hawk, attack. And hope we don't die. It'd be pretty hard for them to kill us. Pretty hard for us to kill them at this point, too. Yeah, I should have played the Garrison, you're right. It would have been guaranteed double rally. Could have returned a basic, and then we would have had the 6 mana guaranteed. Okay, well, Smash ends that anyways. Okay, well, no, we take the damage for it, but we get to keep our land. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We miss on that. Alright, so we have Bolt, Bolt plus Rally. So that's 4... and another 8 is 12, plus another 6 is 18. So we're basically dead, but maybe not. So let's just play it out and see if we get another turn. Because we don't have enough damage to kill them. If we play the Garrison, I guess we would have, right? No, this would have been 20 damage, put them to 3. Okay. So our misplay didn't cost us the game or anything. Fish for Strands. Yeah, that's pretty good play. Battle Screech. Not the thing. Fingers crossed, everybody. Alright, Smash puts us to 1. Do you have one more spell? They do, with the fruit. Alright. Going to a game 3. Here we go. Pretty awkward hand on that one. Still got really, really close. Yeah, we haven't seen a single Seeker in this match. Usually Seeker is like right in our hand. Hey, what's up? We've got so many good cards, though, like Seeker, Prismatic, Dust to Dust. I just kept a really bad hand last game. Still almost got there. I do like how the opponent has a bunch of lose life spells, which are pretty good against our Prismatic Strands. Keep this. Could you have bounced the artifact land to shut off Smash? Ooh, that would have been good. We could have. Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that. That would have been pretty good. Alright, we'll play Seeker into their Lightning Bolt. Or Galv Blast. What have you. Firebrand Archer, we gotta kill that. Alright, so they're passing the turn. Probably have a bunch of instants in hand. Get a Faithless Looting. Oh, that's interesting with Squadron Hawks. So we're at 5, we go up to 8, and then we play Land Hawk, so we can take them all. Lightning Bolt us. What else you got? Smash to Smithereens my land. I mean, Smash is just looking like a 2-mana bolt here. Not that great. Want to hold up Prismatic Strands from now on. I guess we could Faithless the Strands, but then we only get 1 cast out of it. Vampire's Kiss, that's not something we can touch. Down to 6 now, that's super scary. Bumping the Knight down to 3, Prismatic Strands looking pretty poor. Wow, good game so far, opponent. Wildfire. Gonna have to hold up these strands. Get a Faithless Looting. So we ought to hold up 3 mana, so we have 3 mana left. Go loot. They're pretty far away from flashback bump, but we've got so long to go. They're at 26 life. All they need is one spell to resolve. They should do nothing this turn. Oh, they just play land? Oh, okay, because Bump in the Night is coming back with one more land and then we're dead. There's Rally. So we have 4-5. Can't rally for the kill this turn, so if they get land, we're dead. Alright, get a tap land off the top opponent. Oh, they're discarding a card. Discarding Thermo Alchemist. Okay, so land is no longer good. They could drop Bump in the Night. They're discarding another card. Vault of Whispers. Blood tokens really coming in clutch there. They have a Bump in the Night off the top. They get land. Okay, I think we have it, friends. They're out of cards. They have no resources in hand. We have 6 mana. We can rally twice. Let's go. Trophy! Second ever trophy in Pauper! Let's go! We did it! Got the trophy. Ba 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 ba. Whew. That's awesome. Thanks everybody for being here for this. It's pretty special being able to 5-0 in Pauper. I've only ever done that twice now. Twice. Got there with Bogles and this time with Boros Bully. Oh, that's awesome. Definitely happy with that. That is great. All right, all right. All right, friends. So this is the deck list that we were playing with today. Grabbed this off of MtG Goldfish. It was a list that Oliver had been playing previously. Definitely really like the numbers on this one. It kind of feels like very clean in a sense. We've got a lot of 4-ofs for Journey, for Seeker, for Bolt, for Faithless, and the Cleansing Wildfire has actually been pretty interesting. I was a little bit on the fence about it, especially since we're opening ourselves up to Dust because of the Wildfire. But Cleansing Wildfire turn 2 is one of the best things that you can do in Pauper, and every once in a while, like, you can Cleansing Wildfire the opponent's lands too, and it's not too bad. I think that this deck is an excellent option while we have Affinity as one of our main opponents. So having access to the 4 Dust on the side, the Revoke Existence, and then also very important is the Quick Clock. Because if you're going to fight Affinity on the angle of removing their resources, they're going to be able to get those back. They have a lot of draw effects. So in order to really take advantage of the Dust, you have to be able to apply pressure at the same time. So we're able to put creatures down in the early turns, Dust, get rid of their lands, put a few more creatures down with Squadron Hawk, and end the game with Rally the Peasants. Rally has definitely been just an excellent card in this list. I think 2 is probably enough. I don't think you want to go for 3, especially with the 4 Faithless Looting. We're generally able to find them when we need them. But yeah, would highly recommend this deck to anyone looking to get into Pauper. It is definitely one of the contenders right now.